Hello my friends, welcome to my channel Discover with Kim. I am Kim. I'm so excited you're here with me today. Welcome to my bookshelf reorganization and tour video. In this video I'm going to be redoing my bookshelves, creating a whole little home library corner. I'm going to be organizing my books onto it, and then I'm going to show you a bookshelf tour of it all. So let's get right into it and let's start playing with some books. Do you like this here? Okay, my friends, got a hair on you. Okay, my friends, so it is time for the completed bookshelf tour. So this is where I'm at right now. I like it, but I don't feel like it's going to be a permanent thing. I know that I have a bunch of books at my mom's house still, so once I get those here, I'm going to have to kind of rearrange anyways, and I'm going to need to get another bookshelf. So hopefully in about a month or two, I'll be adding more books and another bookshelf to my collection, but this is where we're at right now. I kind of had to combine some things because I have so many different books and stuff, but I tried to set it up the best I could, and then of course I have to have a lot of like extra like decorations and stuff because of the cats. I have to make sure I keep the cats off my bookshelves, one for safety and two so they don't get my plants. So there's lots of like little decorations and stuff, but that's part of the reason why, and also because, well, they're cute and I like that kind of stuff, so why not? But let's get into the tour. So here's the first bookshelf. This one is all of books that I've read already, so these ones I've all read. So first, this bookshelf was made for me by my partner. When we first started dating, he found out that I loved books, so he was like, I'm gonna make her a bookshelf. So he made me this bookshelf, and I've had it ever since, so I absolutely love it. And that's why I always try to put a lot of my favorite books on this bookshelf, because it brings me joy, they bring me joy, so it's kind of like a whole combo thing. But yeah, so let me go through it. So these ones are a lot of like my romance novels and my fantasy, romance, romantasy novels, and then just some miscellaneous other stuff that just fit on this bookshelf well. So the top here is these are all like a bunch of my favorite romances, and then these are all my poetry books. So let me get closer for you. My poetry books, all of my Courtney Peppernell books, and then a couple other ones that I like. And then I have a lot of my romance novels. I put all of these together because, of course, they all go together. I tried to keep author together as much as I could. But those are my romance novels for now. I got my little dragon friends. I got my book of the month hat. Up top here are my hiking books. And then down to the shelf, I have a lot of my fantasy books. So these are ones that are big series. So I got my Harry Potter illustrated editions. I've got my Fourth Wing. I got When the Moon Hatched with it because it's also dragons. I got my ACOTAR books. I have my little Harry Potter Christmas book just up here because it's Harry Potter. I also have these playing cards that are Harry Potter. I was definitely a Harry Potter girly. I have my Immortal Longings and Vilest Thing duology. I have Caraval. I have the next two books, but I haven't read them yet, so they'll be added eventually. But I have Caraval, Circus of Wonder, and The Night Circus together here because they're kind of fantasy to me, and I love circus books. I love circus books. So I put those all together, and then these ones kind of, I think they just look cute all stacked together, because I know this one's more romance, and so are like the Harper Woods ones, but they're kind of fantasy too. Like they're dark romance, I guess. And then I have all my Pirate King books, which I love these ones, and these ones are gorgeous editions. So I really like those. And then going down a shelf, I have more fantasy right here. So these are the ones that just wouldn't fit up on the other shelf. And these are the ones that I've only read like one in the series so far. The Road of Bones, I have the next book. Heartless Hunter, I have the next book. The Stars Are Dying, I have the next book. Phantasma, Enchantress just came out, so I need to buy the next book. And then these ones, I don't think they have sequels or they're not out yet. And then over here, I have some friends, but I have more of my like young adult novels here. I just have a couple right now. Most of them are at my mom's house. But I have like Teardrop and Waterfall, and then I have my Alice in Wonderland collection. And then I have some more romance novels down here because they didn't all fit on the top row. So I have some more random romance novels. These ones are books that I love, very much love, but I don't really know exactly what genre to classify them as. Like, I don't know, but I really like them. So like I have a lot of my kind of like women empowerment books. I know some of them maybe they'd be romance, or I'm not sure. I know like a couple of these would be romance, but, and then I have Wayward, I have The Teller of Small Fortunes, and I have The Spell Shop. I love all three of these books. I love them. And then over here, my dogs are about to bark, so I apologize. Okay, so over here, they're more of like my holiday novels. Like these are all Christmassy, and then that's a winter one. And then these are like, I know they're kind of fantasy, kind of romance, but you don't have to read them for the holidays, but they're definitely witchy. So for me, they're like Halloween-y. And then down on the bottom is all my nonfiction books. So I have like all my ones that have to do with like healthy stuff, eating and habits and that kind of stuff. And then I have all of my like motivational, self-empowerment, that kind of ones that kind of maybe teach you different stuff like time management and all of that. And then I have a lot of like my fun ones. I have my Strength Finder, I have my Manifest book, my Hidden Life of Trees, and then over here are all the books I have that are like biographies, I guess. So like Bethany Joy Lenn's book, I have Hannah Brown's book, I have Rebecca Louise's, I have Britney Spears' book, LeBron James's book, and that's Atlas of the Heart. So that one's beautiful. Look at this cool puzzle I have. Like, I think it's a circle, I'm not sure. I'm a little intimidated. It won't focus on it. But I'm hoping to start that soon, so that'll probably be in my vlogs. But yeah, so that is the first bookshelf. So those are all books that I've read. And then going over here, I have this whole section. So I'll show you everything that I have at the end, like the whole, I'll show you like a zoomed out version, but I have all of this. And then just to show you, these are unread. The bottom half of this is unread, the top half is read, and then these are mostly all unread. And these are all Book of the Months. So I've been a Book of the Month member for, I think, since 2016. So a long time, almost 10 years. I know that I did cancel for a little bit just for money, but then I joined right back up like a year or two later. So I have a lot of Book of the Months. But anyways, so going into this bookshelf, these are all new releases or new to me books. So these ones up here, right over here, these ones are my April TBR list, the ones that are standing up tall. These ones right here behind my greenhouse, these are all books that I just got actually technically this week. These are my April Book of the Month, and then these are some new releases that I just bought. That's my little greenhouse. How cute is she? And then down a level, these are the romance novels that I have that are relatively new that I want to read. These are all romance novels, and these are kind of like random novels that I have that are new that I want to read. Going down another level, these are all my romance or all my fantasy novels I want to read, or my romanticises. So I have the entire Throne of Glass series back there. I have Powerless and Reckless over there, that whole series. I have these two new books, The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King and the sequel. These are all like just various fantasy novels. I have here's the Legacy and Finale from Caraval, and I have the First Inheritance games. And then down here is the fantasy novels I had left that didn't fit on the shelf above. So I have all of those. And then these are kind of like, my thrillers are over here. And these are kind of like middle between thriller and fantasy. I kind of tried to slide them over. But that is that bookshelf. My next bookshelf is kind of a hot mess because I just threw what I had left on it. So that's all like my fitness journals and that kind of stuff. That is my Game of Thrones box set. In the back there are some older books that I got in a library sale. Right up here are like my art supplies and that kind of stuff. Going up a level, these are all books I still need to read that I'm excited to read and I want to read soon. Honestly, they're just various genres, various books. You can see they're just what they are. Going up another level, these are all books that I have read. They're all Book of the Month for the most part, and they're mostly thrillers. Yeah, they're like all my thrillers that I've read. Going up another shelf, these are my photography books. These over here are my Book of the Month short story books. These in the back here are all my romance novels from like when I was in high school that I absolutely loved. Yeah, that is the book I just finished. These are some plants. This plant I actually just got today. Up another level, I have some more plants. Up on the top, I have some more plants. And then finally, I have this one, which is all Book of the Month books. Let me get closer for you. I decided to code them from dark to light in a bit of a rainbow. As you can see, I ran out of room at the end, but that is that. And then I have my little Flame and Fable bag right here, and that is my bookshelf tour for now. Oh, and I have Hedwig up top and my little cow. Yeah, that is my bookshelf tour for now. So if I walk all the way back, you can see that I have all my bookshelves together, and then there's a window there with my cat posts, but I have all the bookshelves together with the plants and my little area, and then I have my desk area and my little workout area, and then I have some more plants up there and stuff. But yeah, and all my plants up there, of course. I have a lot of plants up there. your girl likes her plants. No surprise, your girl likes her plants. But yeah, that is my bookshelf tour. So as I said, I do expect that it's going to be changing again soon. I kind of like hate that this one, so all the books are kind of like jumbled and mishmashed between read and not read, but for now it works. I do like that I have so many plants on it, and I do like that, like, obviously I have more room up here that I could put more books. So like there is room on it to put books there, but my birthday's coming up in literally like 14 days, and I have a feeling that I'm going to be getting an armload of books for my birthday, and that's going to fill up pretty quickly. And then once I grab the books from my mom's house in a couple months, it's going to be really full. So I have a feeling that things are going to be shifting around soon, but that is where we're at right now. So thank you so much, guys, for watching this vlog, for watching me redo my whole bookshelf situation, for helping me organize my books. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you guys are doing for your home library. Do you have a bunch of bookshelves? Do you have one bookshelf? Are you an ebook reader? Let me know all about it, and let's chat in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you guys have a fabulous week. Live well, read some books, and go discover friends. Bye.